tuning in. You already know what it is.
Hey, remember, we are still the head of the sports podcast table. And as we've been saying the past few weeks, as you go into the holiday season, give thanks for the flex zone and make sure to acknowledge us. Because we're still America's Moist Wonder, Crevonte, baby. And I'm the host with the Moist, God's favorite host. Let's get to it. NFL midseason recap. Can you guys believe we're already halfway through the NFL season?
That's sickening. They shouldn't be going by this fast.
Yeah. Little technical difficulties on the Facebook. I'm coming back in 1 second, but real quick, looking at I guess we could look at the MVP. I guess it's probably as wide open a race as I can remember. It's really no clear-cut winner. Trey, who's your midseason MVP so far?
Midseason MVP. I'm gonna say Lamar Jackson right now. Yeah, I'm gonna say Lamar Jackson. The way he's been balling out, carrying the Ravens for real. I mean, it's really been just him and Justin Tucker to come from behind victories, to put the Ravens in the position that they've had despite the injuries. So I'm gonna give it to him. I mean, I think he's balled out more than Baker, Dak, Brady, even Aaron Rodgers. He's right up there with him, Kyler Murray. But I think that Lamar is just a slight tier better than him right now.
Rod, your thoughts on midseason MVP so far?
My midseason MVP, like Dre said, it got to go to Lamar Jackson. He's doing everything for his squad. He's pretty much the running back, the quarterback, sometimes the wide receiver. He can do everything, man. He probably played defense as well. But he's pretty much been leading the Ravens. Without him, they only probably just have 2 wins, maybe. But I mean, Kyler would be my second, favorite to win the midseason MVP awards because he's been such a great quarterback for those Cardinals and how great they have been over they've been in there. But it's just been. I mean, there's only 8 games in, so I mean, right now, I gotta give it to Lamar because Lamar has been everything to this Ravens team, and without him, we will be nowhere. So he gets my appreciation cap. I got my cap on, but if I had a cap on, he would get my appreciation cap for the NFL midseason.
Definitely embodies what most valuable means because I don't know if there's a more valuable player. But Crevonte, are you on the Lamar train? Is there somebody else you want to show some love to?
I most definitely showing love to Lamar Jackson, man, because I mean he's proven all the naysayers can't win a big game, can't come from behind, can't throw, even though that's still a little so, but because I've seen him miss quite a few what I thought was gimme throws, like easy throws, but he always gets better as the game goes on. It's not many players that can actually do that, except for this one. If he didn't get hurt, it'd been Derrick Henry right now.
He almost had like 1,000 yards through 8 games.
Absolutely, but obviously injuries derailed, so gotta move on from him. I think it's Kyler Murray and Lamar Jackson right now.
And that was the reason I actually took off Kyler Murray though, was because his team, same thing with Dak. Their team still did good without.
They won without.
So that's it
sure.
Wasn't like
when you talk most valuable player, it's hard to come off Lamar because he like Byron was saying, without him, what do you have?
Yeah, like Rod said, probably have like 2 wins.
Aaron Rodgers, Russ, their team struggle without them. So it's kind of like
Aaron Rodgers ain't getting no awards no more.
Sure.
But yeah,
much love to what Lamar is doing, man.
D.
Well, I mean, we said Lamar. I mean, that's a given. Much I can't stand Tom Shady Brady. You got to give him some consideration, too. I think Kyler Murray got hurt yesterday by the Niners looking like trash and losing.
Can't believe they lost that game.
I can. Yeah, Derrick Henry probably would have been right behind, but them getting hurt. Our boy in Buffalo hurt his chances yesterday with that terrible
Oh my God, shot himself in both foot.
Both feet. Dak too. Dak out yesterday. But look like Lamar. Then I would have to say Tom Brady. And then Aaron Rodgers probably third, COVID Aaron. Right third.
Real quick though, I think that the argument though about Dak you could hold that against Lamar too, because he had a blowout loss too, not just that. So,
Like I say, they won. They won that game against Minnesota without him, man.
but that's what helps Lamar too, though.
So, but that's something like if you're gonna do that, it breaks even, right?
Yeah.
Nobody's perfect. You know what I'm saying?
Nope.
That if anything, this football season, I don't know anything, man.
Don't know a damn thing.
I know nothing.
Especially in the AFC.
Like the AFC is a crapshoot. Like every week, it's a different. Like if you probably look at somebody's power rankings week to week, it changed. The number one person changes every week. Every week. It'd be the Ravens. It was the Bengals for 1 week.
Right.
It was the Bills.
It was the Titans.
It was the Titans. Now it's the Titans. I think. Now I think it's the Titans. But I mean, it's
funny
crazy.
you ask who's your AFC favorite.
Tough, man. It's tough.
Is it safe to say that it's not the Chiefs right now?
It's definitely not.
Okay.
It is definitely
We got
safe
a new
to say.
name for Patrick Mahomes. We call him Patrick Bruno Mars Mahomes now.
Oh, boy.
He dancing now.
Yeah, he's dancing. He's not the tribal chief anymore. He's Bruno Mars Mahomes. That's what he's doing.
Well,
He
Bruno
definitely
is making good music.
He definitely paying
Yes,
folks
yeah.
rent. He's definitely paying folks rent.
Yeah.
I guess I still get an edge to the Bills a little bit. I think this past Sunday was a outlier, aberration, if you will. We all get games like that.
Yeah.
But I don't think they'll come anywhere close to anything like that again. Like that just was crazy. But this particular week, past 2 weeks was really, really crazy. I'll go for the Bills, but it's not by much because the Ravens are right there. If Nick Chubb is healthy, that's the Browns.
Big game this week in New England. Both teams same record, so this could be big for tiebreakers.
Absolutely.
Crossroads game,
But
yeah.
I'll lean to the Bills very little bit though.
Dre?
I'm gonna roll with the Ravens, and then right there, I want to say the Titans are like right under that. That's like the favorite. I mean, honestly, to me it's hard to say, like you said, a particular team stands out because 1 week, the Ravens look good, but then they get blown out by the Bengals.
Mhm.
The Bengals look good,
Then they lose to the Jets,
And then get blown out at home by the Browns.
and then they get blown out. So it's like.
But the Titans lost to the Jets too, so it's
Yes,
like,
yes.
you're like,
The Bills lost to the Steelers,
yeah,
and they lost to the Jaguars. So it's like everybody has an ugly loss on their resume.
so
Yeah.
yeah,
Everybody has an ugly
So,
loss.
it's hard to say. I mean, coming in, we all thought the Chiefs, we knew
Sure.
the Chiefs weren't going to look the same, but we didn't expect this. So I'm going to say the Ravens just because I've seen the consistency in be able to come back performances between having Lamar and Justin Tucker. It's to the point where now, like, Justin Tucker's just up there. They don't even really celebrate victories. It's like, we know why he's here.
It's good.
Like, they just
Which is good.
Ravens
Good
just
thing.
high five and go to the locker room. Like,
Definitely a
so
good thing.
that's gonna be my pick though, the Baltimore Ravens right now.
D?
Schedule has to be the Titans and the Bills, man. They have the easiest schedules. When you have the Jets and the Dolphins in your division, and Houston and Jacksonville, that helps a great deal. The Ravens division, every team's got 5 wins. In the AFC West, every team has 5 wins. So I don't see neither one of the divisions having the best team. The Ravens schedule is brutal after the Bears. Very brutal. Divisional games, then your 2 outside games, the Rams and the Packers. So it's a brutal schedule for the Ravens, man. They're gonna be tested here.
Oh,
For right now, I want to say it's the Ravens. I'm gonna say it's the Ravens. I don't know. I'm gonna say, but I wanted to say it was going to be the Bills. But after yesterday, they just left a bad taste in my mouth.
Yeah.
To the Jacksonville Jaguars and how they lost to them.
Yeah, let's put that.
So
It was that.
I
Josh Allen was all over the place.
even
right.
even though we're just as flawed as the Bills are, I mean the Baltimore Ravens are 6-2 right now.
5 ways to win.
They find ways to win. They're second in the AFC, behind the Bills and Titans. So, but and the Titans is a great team as well. Don't get me wrong, but
The loss of Henry's going to
losing
hurt.
Derrick
I think
Henry
that's
is-
gonna
It's gonna
hurt,
catch him
man.
from
it's a very huge blow for them. So I gotta give it to the Baltimore Ravens for right now. They might not be the best team after the season, but for right now, to me, they're the best AFC team.
It might be a blessing in disguise, though. I know we're talking about the injury to Derrick Henry, but as a running back,
It's
with that
rest
time off,
rest.
like, and all you need them, and they're already set up as if they're going to make the playoffs. Like,
Sure,
let's
yes,
not
absolutely,
pretend.
absolutely.
So all you need is him to just come in and just run that rock. Like they still got two good receivers. You know,
Agent Pearson got a little something left.
So yeah,
That's right.
AP to take off a little bit of the load.
They will stay. They will absolutely more than stay afloat for that division. And Derrick Henry come back for the first game of the playoffs or week 18 if you want to get them just back in the shape.
Yeah.
But that's gonna be scary for whoever they play first.
NFC. I'll start with you, Raj. Favorite.
NFC favorite has to go to the Cardinals, man. I mean, even without Kyler Murray, they would still destroy
DeAndre Hopkins too.
And DeAndre Hopkins.
No AJ Green.
Or AJ Green. None of their wide receivers played.
There's
And
no
then
problem.
besides
And
Christian
no
Kirk,
problem.
They found a way to just destroy the team that they played yesterday, which
That was
was
Division
49ers
Division two.
with Colt McCoy.
And now they swept the 49ers.
Yeah,
Single
they
Fork and the
swept them.
Niners told y'all they wasn't going to be much this year.
So, I mean,
Yeah.
Damn.
hats
Sure.
off to them. I mean, they've been the best team the whole season so far. They only got one loss on their record. And they're going to continue to get better, even with them getting rest with Kyler and the rest of them boys. So, for right now, they're the best team in the NFC. But second best team probably would be the Cowboys. But Dak Prescott, I'm not sure what he's doing. He didn't look like himself yesterday, but I'm pretty sure
Cowboys do it every year.
I'm pretty sure it was just a blip on a radar.
They got two more of them coming. They got two more.
Might
of them
one
coming.
be against your team.
You know,
maybe.
Right.
Michael Irvin, I seen you today. Brother, you got to stop doing what you're doing before the show because your lips look very.
Come on,
Your
man.
lips look Tyrone Bigum's like.
Uh,
I don't know what you're doing.
Dre,
Oh,
as you sip your gallon of water. NFC, who you like?
Ooh. Rice, you know, it's hard to.
Choo-choo!
It's hard to.
On the bandwagon.
It's hard to go against the Cardinals because the Packers without Aaron Rodgers, they look horrible. They,
On the bandwagon now.
you got, you know, I've been on the Rams, but I mean, who knows what's going on because they look up and down. I mean, we talked about the AFC no clear cut favorite. It's no clear cut in that.
No,
in the NFC
no, really,
either.
they're not. There's not.
Because you know I thought the Cardinals were the clear cut, and then Aaron Rodgers happened to have a victory over them. I mean, I'm not saying lightning will strike twice in the playoffs, but you never know. It's no guarantee this year whatsoever. So, you know, I think I'm gonna roll with the Rams just because I like that. I like what they're trying to do. They're literally pushing everything on the to the front.
Yeah, Von Miller got to get help.
Von Miller got to get
Gotta
that.
get help.
Gotta get
Von Miller, if Von Miller's in there, I think that they got a legit shot to make a run at the end of this year.
Your Oos is calling you.
I see. What's up, man?
Crevonte, you rolling with the Cardinals?
Absolutely. Chew, mother freaking chew. All right.
Blue Chew?
.com. I think the Rams have funny two NFC West teams. And of course, you know, Tom Brady's gonna be Tom Brady. You know, somehow, some way, Tom Brady's gonna find his way back to the NFC Championship. Somehow, some way. That's just one of those things where it's like God, he hasn't lost much.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I feel like I want the Cardinals. I want to see a little bit more dominance from the Cardinals moving forward because otherwise I would probably lean on the Rams. And if anything, just because of the experience, the lack of experience is going to kill them later on with Cliff Kingsbury. You know how he could get Byron. So
Yeah.
in that case, I will lean more to Sean McVay and the Rams, but I think it's going to be the Rams and Bucks probably in the NFC Championship. But right now, some damn Cardinals.
Wait a minute, I didn't do it. The Rams. I
I guess you can say that till they lose, but D.
I am on the
I guess you can still say it.
I am on the caboose with Arizona, but I did pick Green Bay to go to the Super Bowl one more last time. So that's
The last dance, brother.
Oh,
It
wow,
is.
last dance.
Really?
I got
And it'd
to
be
stick with
something.
Green Bay, but Arizona is right there. Well, the divisions are in the bag outside the West. I mean, we can call all these division races down in the NFC. It's
Pretty much.
You
The
right.
South is wrapped
South
up.
is wrapped up. The East is wrapped up.
The East is
The North is wrapped up.
and
The
North
West
wrapped
is
up.
The
yeah.
West is the tight.
The
West
West
tight.
is Rams and Cardinals.
Rams and
Yeah.
Cardinals. And
You know,
Wild
I
cards
mean,
against
it depends on how the Seahawks are with Russ. Russ should be coming
Russ be
back this
back.
week.
Nah,
But I'm like, it's an uphill battle for them.
It's too much of a hole. Even Russ, I don't know.
It's an uphill battle. It's
Remember,
definitely an uphill
the
battle.
Rams and Packers play on Thanksgiving weekend as well. So
Yep, that'd be a big
that'll
game
be
to
a
see.
big game. 1, 2, 3. That's how it's rolling.
I was going to say Cancun.
Let us know your thoughts on the AFC NFC MVP. But unfortunately, some sad news out of Vegas last week. Henry Ruggs III involved in a deadly car crash, driving under the influence of alcohol. Unfortunately, took a life of a young lady.
And her dog.
Can't forget the dog as well.
Can't forget old Yeller.
Can't forget that.
No, wait a minute.
Driving.
Baby Yeller.
I don't know if you've seen the video on social media, driving at an extreme speed, like 150 something
It was
miles.
scary. It was scary. Like
Extremely scary.
hearing, seeing it,
Yes.
so like reading it,
Yes.
and then seeing the footage. I
Yes.
said, "Oh my gosh!" Like it was a blur. He was literally a blur.
So he was cut. Crevonte, I know we may hear more about this a little later, but just
Sure.
your thoughts on the Ruggs situation.
Very, very tragic. Sad situation. I mean, you see how fast life can change. See how fast you can lose literally everything. Like you got felonies on top of felonies right now. You know what I'm saying? Forget your career, football career. You got felonies, bro.
Yeah.
And you got to face a family. You done jacked up 3 different families right now. You know what I'm saying? Now, obviously, I'll get into it a little bit later, but that's a rough one, man. It's tough. I don't know how you can live, with yourself after all this. That's come from me. Like I don't know how you live after this. And I wish him the best because one thing Derek Carr did say, he does. He needs love right now. He needs support right now, but it's tough right now because I don't know many people that's in your corner right now, bro. You did a lot of jacked up things in one night, man. And I hate to see it for a young black brother, man. I really do. But he made a very, very stupid decision. Very stupid.
Yeah.
And he's gonna that's the rest of his life. He won't be making up
He's doing jail time.
Oh,
Yeah, definitely doing jail time.
my heavens. We'll hear about the verdict later, but we know what it is, but how long?
I think Dante Stallworth had got a couple years?
Yeah.
Like 2 years, if I remember correctly.
I mean, completely. It's in the same ballpark, but it's different circumstances. Like this, I mean, that's. I mean, look, I drive a muscle car. You know, Byron, you drive one. And I couldn't imagine even
going
still
that fast.
That fast. Like, we break 100.
When I see triple digits, I'm like, all right, slow down.
But
Get a little excited.
156. I mean,
I ain't know the cop go that fast, bro.
I mean,
And you're
Well, it is
on
a Corvette.
Vegas.
It is a Corvette, though.
So anything can happen at any time of the night.
I just, like you said, I mean, your heart just goes out to
The families,
the
obviously.
families.
Yes.
But I mean, him. I mean, I've heard that he's had his own personal demons, and so that his demons just caught up to him.
Yeah.
So it's a very unfortunate situation, and not only just him. I mean, the Raiders right now too, as an organization. Like, what's going on?
Killed their whole momentum.
Get to it later.
From Gruden
what's
to-
going on in Vegas, but
They look promising.
My gosh,
and that's the sad part. Like, we were all wondering, could a franchise, be in Vegas and actually overcome, what Vegas entails, and it just seems
Then Ruggs situation. We got the other wide receiver.
Corner.
The corner. I'm sorry, the
They
corner.
released him.
He got released,
he's gone.
So we'll talk all about that later. But
Yep.
sad situation, man, and the family that was tragically hurt by the terrible decision. You know, our thoughts and condolences to them. You know, poor. I don't know if that lady had kids, but
All right. I think she was young too.
She was young.
Yeah, I think he was like 23.
20s. Yeah,
and that's the unfortunate part about DUI, drinking and driving.
It's
It usually don't hurt you. It
Mm.
always hurt a bystander or an innocent person. So,
Well, Raj, you did an amazing video on YouTube. If you want to let the people know how to find that, let them know. But just quickly, your thoughts of this tragic situation.
Yeah, I did a quick video on the day it came out of what happened, and I'm shaking from it, man. I know this type of situation. Kind of work in law enforcement, so and I've worked in a methadone clinic, so I'm around like drinking and stuff like that, and it's never a good look for real. Probably that's one of the reasons why I don't drink. You just never know what can happen, and you never know if something's gonna pop off or if you're gonna be drunk or whatever. But for him to have his girlfriend in the car and get her injured, and then for him to kill somebody in another vehicle and then have a registered gun, I'm not sure.
We hope.
I'm not sure what was going. I'm not sure what was going through his head or his mentality, but I'm pretty sure he didn't mean to hurt anybody. It's just, I mean, you just never know, man. You just gotta be careful, and how you conduct yourself. You gotta be careful in what you're doing at all times, especially when you're a celebrity and have a lot of money. Because right now is definitely not a good look for him. Definitely not a good look for the Raiders either. I feel bad for the victim's family. I feel bad for his girlfriend's family. I feel bad for him. I feel bad for the Raiders organization because they got to talk about it and they got to see what they got to do differently. I'm pretty sure that, since they're in Vegas, the land of Sin City, anything can happen. They're going to have to limit some of these guys, what they do out there in Vegas, because anything goes in Vegas. Anything goes down there. And I've been to Vegas before, so I know the type of situation that you can get yourself into. So for him to be the first NFL player in Vegas to do this in Vegas, it's got to be a limit on what you do. I mean, you're going to have to catch an Uber. If you're out there partying, you got to catch an Uber. I don't give a damn if you only have one or two drinks.
Yeah, I wouldn't even drive.
I wouldn't even drive down there.
I agree.
Can I risk it?
Yeah, it is Vegas.
So for him to be 22 years old and be going through this right now is really sad. I mean, hopefully, I'm not saying this is going to happen, but I'm hoping that maybe one day he can get past this. He won't get a super long jail sentence. Maybe he can come back in the league. Maybe he'll be invited back like Dante Stallworth was. Maybe he won't. But I'm praying that this man gets his life together, and I'm praying that he can maybe help with the victims' family situation, and he can find a positive in this somehow. Because I don't want to see this man be ridiculed for the rest of his life. I don't think he deserves that. He made a mistake, and he owned up to it. So that's all I got on this, man. It just saddens me for real when I see this happen to a man like him.
Yeah, Dante Stallworth was sentenced to 30 days, but only did 24 days in jail. So we'll see what happens with this, but he definitely is going to do some jail time. But from Henry Ruggs to Aaron Rodgers, and Raj, I go back to you, your boy Duck Dodger. Looks like he did what? Did he lied?
Denied.
That he's vaccinated. Well, he's immune. What is it? Immunized.
Immunized.
Yeah, he's
Immunized.
Immunized.
immunized. What was it?
He said 3 eyes, 4 eyes.
Your thoughts, Raj, on your boy, man. He has COVID. He may be back this week. We'll see. Should he be punished, man? What you think about this?
Man, the liar known as Aaron Rodgers, man. I swear, man. It was goofy. I made a video about that as well. I thought he was really goofy, honestly.
Absolutely.
He did not have to do all of that. He could have just been honest from jump and said, look, I'm not vaccinated. I didn't get the vaccine. I think that it's my decision, it's my choice, my body. yada yada yada, like every other player has been doing that didn't take it. But for him to go out there and be like, I'm immunized or whatever the word was,
2 eyes, 4 eyes.
It was just ridiculous and uncalled for. It made him look like an idiot. It made his teammates look like an idiot. It made his organization look stupid. And now they're gonna have to pay the price for it. I think they might get a couple fines. He's not gonna get suspended, but they're going to get fined heavily for this. Because he could have. I mean, the whole team could have had an outbreak, honestly. Besides just him and who else? I think someone else had an outbreak too. Devontae Adams.
But he's vaccinated.
Either way, if you're vaccinated or not, still you can still get it.
Yeah.
So, Aaron Rodgers is just goofy. I still love him as a quarterback, but I can't listen to him.
This got to be the last straw, right? This got to be it for Green Bay.
I mean, this is it. I mean, of course, this is it for him in Green Bay because this is his last year there. But you can't be doing that, man. I mean, next person that comes out and lies like that, they gotta hit him hard, man. You just can't
Hit
do
him
that.
hard.
Dre?
Look,
Hit him hard. Let him hold.
and he said it so Aaron Rodgers, like, I'm immunized. And, like, he had us believe it.
Man, I believed it.
Oh, that was very good.
But I mean,
Very much so.
But I mean, then again, the journalist was just like, it's just like none of us really pressed the issue of like, so which, specifically, are you like fully vaccinated? Nobody pressed it because we just believed Aaron Rodgers. But I agree with Jay Williams, like about keeping that same energy, the same energy people had, not just Stephen A, because there was a lot of other people who came for Kyrie too.
Absolutely.
Keep that same energy for Aaron Rodgers because I mean, at least Lamar, Kyrie, they was like, look, I'm not taking it, and just let you know what it is. Aaron Rodgers flat out lied about it. And then I mean, you also put the Packers in a tough position too because the Packers, they're just trying to get through the season and they're doing everything they can to appease you, and now you make them look bad, you make the team look bad, you make the NFL look bad. Like it was just a total selfish move. And then his explanation was just as goofy as saying he was immunized. Like, I mean, I was like, you either took the vaccine or you didn't. It's a yes or no question. All this alternative stuff that you're doing, and if the NFL denied it, then brother, you didn't take it. Like, what are you talking about?
Right.
I mean, it's just that was absurd what Aaron Rodgers is doing. I think people would just had more respect for him if he just was honest and said that he didn't want to take it, and we moved on. I get that he may not have wanted the backlash of what Kyrie or some of the others have gotten, but at the same time, man up. You're Aaron Rodgers. I mean, any other time you're smug, confident, arrogant, out there, whatever you are. But I mean, that was just totally unnecessary. But I don't even know if this is the last ride for him in Green Bay because we keep talking about the last ride, but the way Jordan Love was looking out there, they might call for an encore.
It's some love lost after that.
Aaron Rodgers was smiling about that.
It was like
y'all drafted him in the first round.
Y'all drafted him in the first round. Stupid.
Crevonte?
Hey man, listen, man. Lie. I mean, what does he's one of those type who he's a petty Eddie and he thinks he is the smartest person in the room. Who the hell ever said immunized since this whole thing started?
Nobody. You made it up.
Who has ever said immunized even since this pandemic started? Who?
Everybody, like you said, vaccinated.
Not even Dr. Fauci. You said
Dr. Fauci.
Not even Fauci.
Not even Fauci.
Oh Lord.
Tony said immunized. Now, we talk about our immune system. Yeah. But we never said the word immunized.
He definitely got it.
And I'm like, oh, you dug deep for that one, sir. Like
he was
you
ready.
Had that locked and loaded.
He was ready.
But when they asked this question,
he was ready.
But little does he know, or maybe it passed them for some odd reason. What does immunize mean? It means to help prevent and fight against a virus, bacteria, or something that's trying to deteriorate your insides. Vaccine. That's what it means. Are you vaccinated? Yeah, I'm immunized.
That's right.
You just lied.
I'm
You
euthanized.
said, yes.
I'm euthanized.
That's what it make you think about.
Like, bro, like you lied. Like,
Lie.
But kept it going. Like you've been lying since August. And what makes it worse, you've been doing vaccinated player stuff.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Like,
Taking
bro,
the mask off.
like taking your mask off during the interviews and stuff, the press conferences and stuff. Like
And nobody G-checked us, man.
nobody,
No.
because of what happened in the summertime, which also means Green Bay needs to get hit hard for this one too.
Yeah, they
I
do.
agree.
Oh, they will.
Aaron Rodgers and Green Bay needs to get hit very hard for this. Like this is our first COVID thing. Yeah, hit him, hit Green Bay and Aaron Rodgers because y'all allowed this man to do that, and y'all knew. Yeah, you can't even sit here and say y'all didn't know because he came to y'all with that whatever holistic regimen he was trying to do, and it was like nah. And I'm sure y'all was all in communication. Green Bay knew the answer was no. You're not vaccinated, but they allowed him to act as if he was vaccinated. And what if there was an outbreak?
Right. What if the whole team got COVID because of him and Crevonte Adams?
So they would have been suffering hella penalties because then that means you're missing games.
No,
But-
they would have suffered more than that. They would have had to take an L.
Yeah, they
That's what
would.
I'm saying.
You might. Yeah,
Yeah,
ain't no plan.
Missing games.
Ain't no plan to Kansas City Chiefs. Kansas City Chiefs.
No,
We ain't
it
got
would've
trade.
been a
You got the dub.
It would have been a forfeit.
Yeah,
Right.
you got the dub,
And then-
and probably the
The
next
next
game, and probably the next game.
So that's
Like
two.
you broke the policy. We all talked about this policy before the NFL even started. How strict things were.
Yeah.
You broke that
Mm-hmm.
as an organization and a player. Y'all both broke that. Y'all both need to have serious fines. And honestly, he needs to be suspended too. But
I was
we
about to
know it's
ask.
not going to happen.
Yeah.
But he needs to be suspended. They both need to get fined, and they need to lose draft picks and all that because you broke the rule. You broke the main rule, and that could have been detrimental to a lot of people. Thankfully, it wasn't, but still, you broke the rule.
D.
Fox folks over there, the Fox NFL Sunday crew yesterday really got on Aaron Rodgers. He deserved to get got on. To Dre's point, we don't mind you don't take the vaccine. That's your own opinion, Right now, probably better you do as you're an athlete. But if you don't want to, that's fine. But don't lie about it, man.
All right.
Come on. Don't lie about it. Don't come up there saying, yeah, I'm in your eyes, whatever the hell you are, eyes.
Euthanize.
And then to Crevonte's point, you up there, mask off. Now, when you hear Lamar Jackson talk, his mask is on.
Absolutely.
When you see Patrick
yeah.
Queen,
Carson
tell
Wentz.
he didn't take the vaccine.
Kirk
Even Carson
Cousins.
Wentz, Kirk Cousins losing behind, they all have the mask on. But Aaron Rodgers has it all out.
Kirk Cousins got the mask on because they don't want to be seen. But that's neither here nor there. That's neither here nor there.
Seen stealing that money, man, in Minnesota.
We see you, Kirk.
Right.
But D, you saw how much ridicule these black players got
Yeah, and they did.
for not taking this vaccine. Like they was killing Lamar.
At least Kyrie told the truth. He's like, look, I don't want to take it.
Yo, Kyrie and Lamar Jackson stood on what they said and stood behind it. Like it's no penalty if you don't get vaccinated. It's just that you can't do as much stuff.
Right.
Wait a minute. Add Cam Newton to the list.
Right.
He got cut.
He got
cut,
yeah,
bro.
and we all know why,
Right.
but you know what that is.
People
But
in the WWE didn't got cut this week because they ain't want to take the vaccine.
and they have that's mandatory.
Right.
It's
They
not
got
mandatory in this situation. So what you lying about?
Yeah. You ain't had to lie, Aaron.
Yo, stand on it, Kyrie, Lamar, Kirk Cousins, Carson Wentz, and they out there following their protocol
the
because
bad part for Aaron Rodgers, though, he would have went to Jeopardy. They running a fraudulent organization too, right
Oh,
now.
boy.
Hey, we leave that low.
Oh,
So
Jesus.
either way, Aaron know, if I go over there and host, they fraudulent. They had the producer up there trying to host, and then he sabotaged and everything. But we leave that alone for another time. But Aaron, you gotta get it right. I agree with the panel. The Packers do need to get whacked a little bit because them cheddarheads know what the deal was. The receiver then got down. Other people then got the Rona, man. It's not good, man. It's not good look. You know about Aaron? He looked like he was drunk on that Pat McAfee interview. He probably
was lit.
He probably had a couple of them in him.
Though he knew he wasn't playing, he had some of that whiskey, like bourbon, that bourbon.
And he was home watching Joe Buck, Troy Aikman, looking how bad Mr. Love was looking. You know, he did outplay Patrick Mahomes at times.
Believe it or not.
It's sad, by the way.
It is sad.
Yeah,
because Love was missing a lot of throws, but
listen, a lot of people threw away money betting Patrick Mahomes for MVP.
Yeah, that's in the total. Like I say, he is Patrick Bruno Mars Mahomes now. He's gonna sing you a nice song. Well, he might not be
real quick, and I ask everybody this real quick. Do the Chiefs make the playoffs?
I think they will backdoor their way in as a wild card. But their schedule's tough, man. You look at it.
Yeah, go ahead and run down
the rest of their schedule. They have every team is either at 500 or better.
Crevonte,
at this point,
real quick, do the Chiefs make it?
The Chiefs will, thankfully for that 7th spot. I do think they slide in there, and also the Broncos are probably going to be in the cellar. The Raiders are going through a shit storm, and the Chargers are. They had 2 games skid. They won this past Sunday, but the Chargers aren't running away with this division. So absolutely, they can and most likely will make the playoffs.
The division still, yeah.
And the division is still in arm's reach.
Dre,
yeah, they can backdoor their way in. When you see the schedule, like he was saying, I mean, it's very favorable. I mean,
yeah, I mean,
that win over the Packers helped.
Yeah,
absolutely. They got a big break. They got a big break.
The records are tough, but it is favorable on the team. The Bengals are trending down.
Like you said, 2 more games against the Raiders, 2 more against the Broncos. The Bengals are on the schedule. They can beat the Steelers, but I mean,
that'd be tough. That'll be ugly.
That and the Chargers game are 2 toss-ups.
If they just handle their business they handle their business in the division, they should be fine.
And even the Cowboys game, so they could legit
make sure you beat the Broncos twice.
You got to beat them,
and you got to get the Chargers back because the Chargers will own the tiebreaker over you if you lose to them again. So they have to. Those are 3. You got to win those 3 for sure.
Yeah, it's just like you said, it's 3 games on there. The Chargers, the Steelers, and
they go to Vegas. They go to Vegas next week. That's not easy. Remember, Vegas had their number last year.
Sure.
And with that all said, I'm gonna say they're not gonna make the playoffs. I think they're gonna miss it by a game or 2 because, damn, that schedule's hard. I mean, I don't care what nobody says. Cowboys did have a bad game yesterday, but I still think they're a good team.
That might be a home game for the Cowboys.
I think they're gonna lose that game. I think they're gonna lose it. I think they're gonna lose that Steelers game. Believe it or not, I think the Steelers are gonna beat them.
Exactly.
And then the Raiders, I think they split with them. And I mean, the defense has not gotten any better. They didn't.
Absolutely not.
They just played 2 favorable opponents.
They didn't do anything to shore it up. So I mean, Patrick Mahomes is not playing like Patrick Mahomes anymore.
If Aaron Rodgers was playing yesterday, they would have lost that game.
Oh, they would have lost. They surely lost.
I mean, I'm watching ESPN and they're going through. You know how we were talking about earlier. You were talking about Lamar Jackson and they saying he can't throw or whatever. But they were showing like the fundamentals of Patrick Mahomes, and it's crazy because Patrick Mahomes has just been getting away with stuff for so long that you didn't pay attention to.
It catches up to you sometimes.
Like his footwork. It was like Stephen Curry. You know, you so talented. When the passes do catch up to you, it kind of get you.
But Steph seemed like he actually got a little better. I mean, it's just been a down year for Patrick.
Patrick wants to force stuff in. He think,
But we said teams eventually adjust to you in the NFL. It may take a year, 2 or 3 years. Yes. But when they adjust to you, how do you adjust as a player?
Yeah. You got to put the work in.
You got to be patient.
Did he get fat and happy, man? He got paid. He got paid and happy, man.
To be honest with you, this is what I've seen since I watched him closely. It seems like Lamar Jackson put a lot of work in the offseason.
I agree.
He doesn't get a lot of credit for it. Everybody says he can't throw, he can't do this, he can't do that. He does a lot with his arm.
I agree.
In this offseason, after he was getting smacked around against the Buccaneers, I think he took a vacation. I think Patrick Mahomes took a vacation.
And he was already hurt.
I don't think he did any work really in the offseason.
Baby.
I think he just said, look, we got a great offense. I got Tyreek Hill. I got Travis Kelce. I mean, we can just do whatever we can do.
I can just show up.
I can just show up, and I can just throw the ball to them, and that's fine, and that's great. And we're gonna go back to the Super Bowl because I got these guys in front of me. Man, if he don't look terrible out there, he looks awful. He does not look like the same quarterback that I seen in week 2.
Absolutely.
Even in week 2, he looked okay. But after that, he's just looked bad.
He looked like the third best
He was
quarterback in the
awful.
division right now.
Honestly, I forgot which one of y'all said it, but it was ever since that Ravens game.
Yeah.
That was the turning point.
Yeah,
That's it.
ever since he threw that
That's what I
interception
said.
right up to
Tavon Young?
He's been completely
He's just
going
been
off the rails.
he forces a lot of stuff in, man. You got to be patient.
But so listen, he hasn't had to be
Right.
his
Now he
entire
does.
career, because with Andy Reid, Eric Bieniemy running the offense, that offense was a well-oiled machine.
Yeah.
But like I was saying, you give folks a couple years and you don't change anything, and now where's the run game?
Teams are basically daring them to run, and they're running the ball.
There's
Williams cannot
zero.
run the ball
There's
without-
zero.
Yeah.
I say they can't run the ball.
There's zero.
And then your defense is horrible.
But
Well,
even-
But wait. There's no running
That's
game.
what I'm saying. They even
Because
trying.
at least during the Super Bowl run, they had a running game.
He could have been MVP Williams in the Super Bowl.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah.
they had that, and now it's gone.
Yeah.
And even though they went to the Super Bowl last year, now it's like no running game.
Yep.
Oh, we playing too high.
They know all day he's throwing.
Because now Tyreek Hill, quiet.
Double team.
Travis Kelce, quiet.
Double team.
And who's the third wide receiver? We don't even know.
Bro,
And
they had
It's hard to now it's
a what's it
A
called?
revolving door.
A revolving door of wide receivers. Yeah, folks were catching touchdowns. We couldn't even remember their name.
And I think we buried the lead. That offensive line ain't good as we
I
thought.
You
it
know
was
what I'm
gonna
saying?
say,
But also one more thing, D.
Yep.
On top of that, your defense taking 2 steps back too.
It's true.
You know what I'm saying? Because so now
force it.
now you have to, because if you go 3 and out, we giving up 7 points.
Right. There ain't no 3.
Now you down 0-7. Now I gotta force it. Oh no, you held the ball too long. You throw an interception. You fumble. Oh, now 14-0.
Step back.
Now what?
Yep, the offensive line, D.
Yeah, I was gonna say your point, Byron. We had Orlando Brown here in Baltimore. There's a reason why the Ravens want to get rid of him.
Sure.
And he has the tools, but his motor upstairs clocks out before the.
He's not built to be in a pass offense.
He's not.
He's
And
a running.
he's
He needs to just be
tackle.
knocking people back when the
and
run game.
They got a lot of front running offensive linemen, man.
I know
Well-
we got to change subjects real
Yeah,
quick,
go ahead.
but I was just going to say real quick that it's not going. This is a problem that's going to be ongoing because
Absolutely.
they have to
They
start
can't
paying
change it.
Patrick. I think after this year.
After this year, yeah.
So when that money gets tight,
Oh yeah. Oh, it's tight. It's tight.
No.
they already
It's
they
tight.
already-
It's
They're
tight.
gonna be giving it up like a cheap hooker.
Yeah,
It's tight.
It's not going to.
It's tight.
And then you named all those receivers. They're going to be gone.
Yeah.
There's no way you can pay all those
So,
receivers.
'cause they paid Hill, so yeah,
He might have to take a pay cut.
they might have
They're going to
I
restructure.
mean, he ain't looking
So
like
that means-
his
I mean-
contract right
So
now.
that means, and then Kelsey, it's so
Kelsey's
many
nearing
factors.
the end. He's like almost 32, 33.
So yeah, it's
Bad timing.
So,
Bad timing. But a couple things: you better find a running game, and you better draft like hell on defense. You got
Yeah, I don't even understand why they would take anything other than defense.
straight
The
defense,
draft
and
comes up,
get you a running back, man.
Well, let's get to these college football rankings real quick. First playoff rankings came out. Got Georgia, Alabama, Michigan State, and Oregon. Do we agree, fellas?
Well, Michigan State got beat by Purdue, so
They'll be gone.
out of the next one.
Yeah.
Dang.
Cincinnati, can they get some love? Like,
Unfortunately, Dre, the way the system is, it's going to be hard.
and then they kept saying all these excuses as to why Cincinnati will still be 6, but it won't move up. I'm like, come on now. I mean,
Yeah, they
I-
definitely.
It reminds me of I think it was TCU a few years ago when we were
Going to
trying to get them,
BCS back in the day.
when we were trying to get them.
Yeah.
in.
And don't forget, UCF were undefeated as well.
So
Yeah.
I just
Beat
Georgia, yes. Alabama. I didn't care if Alabama lost to LSU this past week. Yeah, Alabama, you knew it was going to.
You know, yeah.
Oh, it would have been nice that they lost, because I would have got them out of there. It would have been nice.
Definitely
I-
Cincinnati.
They've been out for a week,
Yeah, and then they would have brought back
and
in.
somehow they'd have been right back in there.
But-
You Alabama needs to lose 3 times to not be
Okay.
to not be in the playoffs.
But, I mean, like D said, Michigan State, that's going to change. Oregon, but I think Cincinnati should really be in it.
I agree.
think,
I agree.
The Ohio State.
I'd say probably move up to
They'll
4.
move
They coming.
up.
But they
and
can't
then,
move past Oregon because they lost all.
And then Oklahoma, I think, was in the mix right there.
Yeah,
above
they were.
Cincinnati.
Oklahoma
so,
need to stay where they at, man.
So
Well, my guy's a quarterback
But-
now, so never mind.
but I
They
mean,
can move up.
like I said, I really would like to see Cincinnati.
And hey, listen, man,
Who's the replacement?
he's not winning any big games, and in the big house, you can't be losing. you can't have that.
They should have lost to Michigan State.
You can't have that going on. But no, I don't like the rankings that's on this paper.
Is Georgia that good? Real quick, is Georgia that good?
And the defense is amazing. The defense is lights out. Offense comes and goes, but that defense is for sure. It's gonna be a lot of future. It's a lot of future NFL players on that defense. Yeah. They're definitely that.
D, what you see happen?
You know, I'm with Dre. Cincinnati should have got some love. The excuse is if we rank them high and lose, they would drop deeper later, and it's like it's best to rank them high.
They're not gonna lose.
They beat Notre Dame. They beat Indiana. They got SMU.
SMU coming up.
The SMU one hurts because if they would have stayed ranked, I think that would have been the one that could have got them in the 4 early. But it's all good. I think they'll get there. Remember, Alabama and Georgia will face each other in the SEC championship game. The way it's looking. Hopefully, Alabama lose again. Come on, please, Auburn. Somebody
Keep somebody losing, right?
beat Roll Tide. Beat them bastards.
There you go.
They did almost lose to LSU.
You know, Wake Forest going down too is kind of.
Yeah, they lost to Carolina.
Yeah, the ACC. ACC's having a real bad year.
Bro.
Come on, man. Trevor Lawrence leaves and the whole thing goes to trash.
That really stinks.
I really don't have an opinion either way. Go Roll Tide.
They about to be looking like how Jimbo was with Florida State, man. It's not looking good right now. Therefore, old
You were right, Raj. The Braves won the World Series.
Yes. The Atlanta Braves won the World Series.
You can't do that.
Yeah, I can't do that.
Well, they were doing it.
You can't do the Trump.
Congrats to the Atlanta Braves.
Got away with one couple weeks ago. I can't do it.
It was cool to see Freddie Freeman win his World Series.
Yes,
Freeman.
Like I said before, I watched this documentary with his family, what he was going through, and I thought it was very touching. So to see him actually go out there with his teammates and get that World Series was great.
About to get paid.
I said I want to see the Houston Astros. I mean, Dusty Baker's a great manager and everything, but after what he did to get that last World Series was terrible.
He wasn't there.
Roger, what are you talking about? They use go-go music to win.
Oh, Lord.
Use go-go music.
That's what DC wanted.
If you want to cheat, they only got one World Series.
Yeah.
So really, they only got one.
But I mean that famous walk-off for him. Forever goofy, man.
Yo, forever.
It was store-bought. It was goofy. But I mean, congrats to the Braves. They ain't won since what, 99?
No,
95.
95. Last time was there. 99.
Okay, it was in there. All right. They ain't won since 95. I mean, I think they went 4 times in a row and lost.
Yeah,
like
it's something
all
crazy. Buffalo Bills, like,
but
sheesh.
They deserve it. It's well due. And of course, my man JD from NY.
You happy for your boy,
I'm
man?
happy to see that brother get.
You gonna wear your A hat, man?
I might wear an A hat just for him.
Dre.
Congratulations to the city of Atlanta, the Braves. I mean, it's been too damn long since they won the World Series. And what's crazy is that you wouldn't even see the Braves. I mean, this team, nobody would have figured that they would have been in the World Series if you had asked like mid-season. But baseball is just one of those sports where if you just get hot at the right time, sky's the limit, and this is proof of it. I mean, like I said, if you had just said like before the trade deadline, were the Braves in the conversation? And no, they weren't. I would have loved to have seen Dusty, get a ring, but
He will be back one more year.
I mean, and crazy 1 year. Come on, man, give Dusty more than that. I mean, he took him to a World Series.
Dusty is in the
Dusty.
This might be his last year. It might be his last year.
I know, but still, Dusty. I mean, Dusty.
Is it time to take Old Yellow to the shed, Dusty?
No, ain't time to take
Okay.
See, Chicago just tied this game up there.
My
Oh,
heavens.
That's
My
what's
heavens.
left.
But betters are going crazy.
They can take the lead with extra points.
Ted's been an underdog.
Like I said, I'm happy
He just
for
had to
the
do it.
Braves. So I didn't want to see the Astros, but then I did just because of Dusty. I'm surprised you weren't at the parade, Byron.
Nah, I just couldn't get it.
Well, Atlanta finally got it right, man. How about that?
Crevonte, Georgia sports team, got it done.
Wow. Could it be over? Could it be over?
At least baseball.
I'm looking at Georgia.
Hey,
Man,
Georgia.
Georgia. Georgia got a shot.
The MLS team's pretty good. Atlanta was that Atlanta FC?
Dream. I thought I was about to say Atlanta Dream.
Oh, well,
WNBA.
It was a dream. They got it done.
It was all a dream
Yes.
for Atlanta Braves, man. It looks like, man, you beat the Dodgers, you got it, man. Pretty much.
Lamar, no.
Because I know
Nobody goes back to back in baseball.
Yeah, it's rough because even the Giants win every other
year.
Yeah, and the Dodgers, look at them.
Yes,
And they
yes.
had the potential to do it.
I agree.
I want to sincerely apologize because I gave y'all 0 shots because y'all know how I feel about Georgia State teams. But gosh, you got me. You got me right there, and it was well deserved because they weren't favored in none of those games.
None of this series.
None of that. The entire series and none of those games, even all the way up until the closeout game, they still wasn't favored. And kind of like how the Milwaukee Bucks were.
Exactly.
They weren't favored in any of those games, and won in 6 games.
They found a way.
And they absolutely found a way. They persevered. They in Houston too. That was huge. I mean, they blew their shot to win at home, which I thought was over. But my gosh, shout out to Atlanta because at the trade deadline,
Dead in the water.
Pitching was pretty consistent. But them bats, man, it's really about getting hot. And in sports in general, you get hot at the right time. I mean, we've seen the New York Giants do it a couple times. The San Francisco Giants. Teams get hot at the right time and they take off. We Baltimore Ravens, my gosh, because Flacco didn't look like much that year. But
also the other Baltimore Ravens, 2000 ones too.
Yeah,
Eli with the Giants.
You take off, and the Atlanta Braves took off, and they did not look back, and that's big for Atlanta.
Yeah.
As a city, that's really big for the sports and Atlanta. And yes, absolutely, yes. But it's huge for Atlanta, and maybe they could turn some things around because there's been some sports woes in Atlanta and the state of Georgia as a whole, but specifically Atlanta. But yeah, big ups to them, and hell of a pitching rotation, man. They for sure came up big, and he got off to a shaky start, but he got it. I thought it was that Fred. Not his name looks like Fried, but
Freed. Max Fried.
Max Fried.
Yes.
It was looking ugly in the beginning.
Yeah.
And he persevered that, and they took off, which was pretty much how the Braves are in general. So big up to the Braves, big up to Atlanta for this one. Now the Falcons, good luck with that one. But baseball, the Braves.
The Falcons over 500 now. I think they're over 500 now. But
props to the Braves, man. They overcame. Like I said, the injuries was huge. They had getting a couple people in the trade deadline helped them. They had the worst record coming into the playoffs as a division one, and they found a way to get the job done. To that credit, man. The Astros I think they've only won one home game in the World Series in the last couple times they've been in there. So it's not. Minute Maid Park is definitely not home field advantage.
They drinking that juice, huh?
Especially when, I forgot when they hit that 3-run shot. Solar, man.
Oh yes,
it's sailed, man. Sailed right on that Minute Maid side.
My heavens,
went over.
Ain't no fans. No fan get that one.
Right.
They go way up there, man.
Jesus. Now, can the Braves do it again next year? Lamar was saying, I don't think so, but never know. Dodgers got the money. They'll be back. The Padres put a lot of money in their team and failed. They should be able to do something next year. Don't forget my Cardinals. We always got a shot.
Oh, of course.
We got a shot. And the Nationals, man. The Nationals might spend a little money on season.
You forget the team.
They have to.
We know
The Red Sox.
We know.
No, we ain't talking about the L. So Houston did that job beating the Dead Sox. That was good. They did that job.
We know that. We know he's not going to be respectful.
Oh, the Stankies.
Here you go.
No. It's a new age in the AL East. Them two old teams are done. Tampa Bay and Toronto's coming, baby.
Well, Tampa Bay.
And then the Orioles in another year be coming.
Are you serious? No, you don't.
I said another year. I said another year. Only this coming year.
It's going to take more than a year for them.
Way more than a year.
No. They're taking the Houston blueprint. Now they just got to hit the drums now. They hit
So we
the
got to do
drums.
something different with trash cans.
Yeah, that's right.
Like Brown Waters.
Hit the drums, baby.
Congo drums.
You know, where's EU when you meet him?
That's at least a 3-year project.
Hey, look, the Astros did it quick. I'm trusting
Okay.
the Astro
You
process.
trust
man.
I don't trust nothing.
You trust
over
Pete?
those.
Just so Pete.
Well, Pete ain't running the team no more.
Yeah,
He's seen now like Vince McMahon. I mean, no, that's
Whoa,
right.
whoa, whoa.
Let me get your game ball. Not so game ball for week 9.
All right. Game ball, man. I gotta give it to the Tennessee Titans last night, man. They found a way. You know, no Mr. Henry. My son's still looking good. A couple of them backup running backs looking good. I mean, they really hit Matthew Stafford in the mouth last night.
Oh my
They
head.
made his night a long evening.
Let me have
Los Angeles, yes, they did. Positive them. Woo, not so game ball. I can go to a lot of teams here. We've seen a lot of bad football in the 1 o'clock hour. Some teams we thought was going to get the job done. I'm going to have to go with the Buffalo Bills, though. You can't lose to Jacksonville. You can't. Not only can you not lose to, you can't even score a touchdown, man. Come on, man. Come on, man.
Trey.
Sam.
You know what? Last week I gave my game ball to the Jets. This week I'm gonna give my game ball to the Jaguars. Yeah, I can't believe that they pulled it off, but
First win in America in 420 some days.
but Urban Live.
Urban Live, baby.
Hey man, they sort of damn man the score. It was 6-9. It was 6-9. Just what I mean. Just what I ordered.
It's very pretty. And then I'm gonna have to give my not so game ball to the Bengals. I mean, I guess playing the Ravens was their Super Bowl.
Yeah.
That's what they say.
Because after that, Jets didn't get blown out in
Bengals
the Ravens
going
game.
Bengals going bungle.
Yeah, at this point, I believe that the Ravens probably beat man. Because I don't know what's going on. Like they seem so promising, and then they you know what, they remind me of the Cardinals last year. Right now, how they
That's
all
right.
Interesting.
Well, we thought the Bengals are a year too soon, too. So
Oh yeah. We did say this was gonna be another
I
year.
think I think it's 6-7 wins. It's a good year.
We definitely think they're so they're running they're tripping over their own right now.
Right?
My game ball goes to Devontae Freeman. Wow, man.
Freeman.
I didn't know he still had a little bit of burst left in his legs, man. He hit some of them holes really well. Played well down the stretch. Had 79 yards for the Ravens. Very, very huge because we haven't been getting any production from our running backs like that. So I was glad that he was able to get his run game shot on, along with Le'Veon Bell with a couple yards here and there. Good stuff for him, definitely. Especially that he's been, I think, 31 years old, past his prime. But he gets my game ball. But also game ball. Mike White, aka White Mike. He was getting praised like crazy last week. He was the AFC Player of the Week, 405 yards. Everybody from LY was going crazy on the tabloids. Oh my God, we found our guy.
Yeah, boy.
My boy.
After they just drafted a guy too.
Quincy was
Right, like relax, bro.
He was having so much fun. And then what happened? On Thursday, you go out there. He's looking good. The first drive,
Boom.
he throws a touchdown pass, and then all of a sudden, what happened to Mike White? Where's he at? Where'd he go, baby?
He turns into a pumpkin.
He got hurt, right?
He was gone for the rest of the game. Hurt his elbow. He couldn't grip the football.
So does that mean Joe Flacco now?
Fluka.
So guess what happened to the New York Patriots? Right? They end up getting their behinds kicked like they always do because they're the New York Jets. And I'm telling you right now, all of you guys out there that go out there and be goofy in these tabloids, putting up these silly statuses about white mics of the world, sit your behinds down because they are still the New York Jets and they still stink. So yeah,
That's right.
Still game ball because they
Start low and Crevonte, baby.
Oh my gosh, it was the goddamn Cowboys.
Yeah.
Come on.
I knew that made you feel good.
Come on. That's the only thing that did make me feel good because goddamn Giants won, so I didn't feel that great. But the Cowboys, my gosh. Oh, for the Broncos to come up in there after struggling with us the previous
We said Broncos struggled with a lot of teams last week.
but just previously in DC. Oh no, they didn't. But struggle with our football team. Roll up in Dallas for the game. Oh boy.
Yeah.
Did he miss it?
Woo, but the Cowboys, for them to get trounced like that at home, coming back, not looking good. Defense. Teddy Two Glove. What's up, baby? All right, man. But they look very dominant, especially on the defensive side of the ball. They look very, very dominant. Shout out to Broncos for handing the Cowboys a whooping that I can foresee a couple more times in the future. But yeah, and that score is not indicative of what actually of the gap.
Dominance.
Yeah, because it was 30-0.
A lot of garbage.
At one point.
Yeah, get some garbage time.
But my game ball is going to the Titans, Tennessee Titans defense.
Yeah.
My heavens. Came alive. Back-to-back picks. And the second one being a pick six. First one, both of them should have been pick sixes.
Yeah.
But he got stopped on like the 3-yard line. First of all, Matthew Stafford, what the hell was that? That's a Carson Wentz throw. That when he got the spinning and had one of them.
He went back to being the Lions.
I would say, yeah. I was like, does he know he's not in Detroit no more? And then throws another pick six, and I'm like, oh boy, this is a whole.
Definitely look like the Lions. You don't know why. That's very true.
Yeah.
Very Lions.
And Ryan Tannehill didn't have to do too much.
No, he didn't.
You know,
What you want?
He's in the MVP conversation now, potentially. Derrick Henry, possibly carrying his team.
Hey man, he got to keep the turnovers though.
Julio Jones scored no touchdowns. How you feel about that?
He's past his prime, unfortunately. Can't stay healthy.
Nope.
Yeah, it's you. Don't take him to the shed yet, but it's coming.
I was about to say, is it time? Is it time?
Euthanize that dog?
Immunize that dog. Because he can still be productive, but he got to stay on the field. And with his age and his age. And yes, that's I forgot that. I'm sorry. And of course, injuries. That's a bad mention for somebody who's on the wrong side of 30. So yeah. But he's never been a touchdown guy. He's always been a lot of yards, a lot of catches. Never been really a touchdown guy. That's all AJ Brown, but he needs to be on there to at least so they won't double AJ Brown.
Exactly. Well, let's get into week 10. Continue space.
Oh wait, real quick. Let me do a honorable not so game ball to the Minnesota Vikings.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
And they gave ball to our Baltimore Ravens, baby. You know I gotta do that for my man AJ.
You mean Kirk Cousins? Kirk Cousins does best.
I'm trying to tell you.
Kirk Cousins did what he did best, and Lamar Jackson, MVP, did what he did best.
He getting $50 million.
That thing coming.
He getting $50 million.
That thing coming.
He might get more per year than Mahomes. Maybe not more overall, but more per year.
It won't be. It'll be 4 or 5 years.
Yeah, he might get $50 million.
But
well deserved though. Especially keep playing this pace.
Definitely.
And don't mess around and win the Super Bowl.
Oh,
that might be 55, 60.
You're breaking the bank.
They're like, hey, give him a blank check. Hey, Lamar, it's just whatever you want.
Look, forget driving that thing. He back in that thing. It's like,
it's got a brick truck.
That's why he got signed in the contract. He's like, look, I can get more. Okay.
Be like Flacco,
He
did that nice contract.
Thursday. Speaking of those Lamar Jackson-led Ravens, go to Miami. Damn, I wish I was going, but
you and me both.
Right. Tickets are crazy expensive though, but we'll see.
And we would have flew Spirit.
Hey, I'm with it, baby. Let's do it.
Spirit Airlines.
We get canceled.
Spirit or Allegiant.
We just want to get down there.
Yeah.
Maybe not get down there.
We'll get back. We'll take off. Baltimore at Miami.
Yeah, come on now.
Oh, everybody knows.
1, 2, 3 Ravens.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
If Tua plays, it's a closer game. If he don't play, it should be a beatdown.
Atlanta at Dallas. Crevonte, I know you're excited for this one.
Dallas.
Everybody knew this.
Second straight week of Greg Olsen in Dallas. Let's deal with that.
New Orleans and Tennessee.
I guess. Yeah, we already know what.
Oh, Tennessee.
Tennessee.
All having a good time on that flex game.
Tennessee whiskey. Cleveland at New England. I skipped the game, but Cleveland at New England. 1 o'clock. Both teams have the same record. This could be make or break for the playoffs.
I like Cleveland right now.
Cleveland is looking like you said, Chubb's healthy.
The bird in the building in that
You
one.
talk about people getting paid.
Baker,
If Baker wants to get paid, this is the type of.
I'm not so New England yet. I'm still not sold yet. I think
they're
they're
year
a
away.
better team.
I think they're a year away.
Well, guess what? I see a major ass whooping coming in this next game.
Real quick, Jacksonville and Indy is another 1 o'clock if you care.
No.
Okay.
Colts.
Buffalo and New York is the ass whooping.
My heavens, keep going.
Well, Buffalo will be bouncing back.
Detroit at Pittsburgh.
That's another butt whooping game.
Oh,
Right there.
Lord.
I don't know about both of them.
I really
I don't know
want
about
to
both.
pick the Lions so bad. To beat the Steelers, but
Not the line.
okay.
Yeah, look, my man done used every resource.
If the Falcons are right here, I pick the Falcons.
Tampa and WFT Crevonte off the bye, both
Come on
teams. Okay.
They get to see one for Pam Oliver and Lando.
Hey,
Her hair might be good.
Carolina and Arizona. I think we agree with that. Arizona, Minnesota and LA Chargers.
Yep.
yeah,
Chargers.
Go.
Hey, Mark Sanchez back in LA, baby.
Philly and Denver.
Did
This is
they
a
hit
tough one
this?
right here.
He missed it.
Oh
He missed it in the middle of the crossbar. They went for a 65-yard field goal. The Bears
So he ain't Justin Tucker.
That sounds about right.
Right in the middle.
They,
It was going and then it hit the middle of the crossbar.
Dang, that sucks.
This is a tough one actually to call.
So Philly and Denver.
Yeah,
No, it's not.
Yeah.
Because Hurts, they protect Hurts. He don't do much.
We'll go Denver.
I'll go Denver too.
Seattle, Green Bay.
Bring back.
Aaron Rodgers will be playing Sunday. He won't practice none of the week, but he will be playing Sunday.
Bring back.
I think
Green Bay.
Victor Wilson will not have enough.
because Russ won't even be back by.
No,
He
he
said
couldn't-
it.
he couldn't cast off the finger.
Yeah.
You might have
Sierra kissed it.
You might have a new weapon as well.
Mm-hmm.
You might have a new weapon, so
Hey.
be prepared for that.
Kansas City and Vegas.
I think it's the right time to get Vegas. A lot going on there.
I think Vegas is gonna win. I think they bounce back.
I think this will be a gunfight.
They've been
This
able
will be
to
a
show that
gunfight.
they can bounce back from adversity.
Yeah, this will be a gunfight.
And Rams and 49ers on Monday night.
Rams.
Bring Hammer.
the Rams.
Oh, they
Bears, Bengals,
they should
Giants,
be
and
pissed.
Texans have buys.
I might choose Philly for that.
I might
Texans have a bye. They all bye. aren't they?
Mhm, yeah.
Living bye.
Well, with that being said, let us know your picks. But it's time to get a little goofy with Crevonte's Goofies of the Week.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy.
The autumn wind is a raider. Goofy and slacks and still.
We'll work on it. Guys. There was so much goofiness this week. Well, first things first. Welcome to Goofies of the Week, sponsored by the Flex Zone. Appreciate you guys for giving me a little bit of time for so let me tell you what I thought was goofy this particular week. And there was a lot. I can't even get to all of it. I'll have to do some honorable mentions later, but for the sake of time, I'm gonna it's gonna be surrounded by one particular organization that has a lot going on right now. And that is the I almost said Oakland. They probably bet off in Oakland right now, but
Yes.
the Las Vegas Raiders. Oh, and of course I have Baby Goofy. I don't know which one you call it. Is it Jay Green?
Yeah, Jack Green. Might not need that for this week.
And Big no, Big Boy Atlanta Braves. Or Atlanta Falcons.
Falcons.
Falcons want something.
Falcons are 5-4.
They are?
Oh, they're
It don't matter.
4-4.
It don't matter.
We'll say 49.
49er.
Most
Oh,
relevant.
4-4.
Most
Sorry.
relevant thing to get right now is that commercial with Matty Ice and Stone Cold and Ice Tea. This is relevant thing gonna get.
A cold call.
So, all right, guys. This is surrounding the Las Vegas the Raiders. It ain't looking good, guys. It's not looking good at all. Like, I mean, we're talking in a matter of a month.
Yes.
We fire a head coach who is a misogynistic, racist, and homophobe. he did enough for 3 people. Like that's 1, 2, 3 strikes are out. We have a very unfortunate incident. Was it about a week coming on about a week ago? Maybe a few days ago.
Yep.
Henry Ruggs, wide receiver for the Las Vegas Raiders, was in a very fatal car crash, and which he survived, but he killed Miss Tina. I mean, her name is Tina Tinthor. Tina Tinthor. And her dog, going at 156 miles per hour. They actually showed the video a couple days ago, and reading 156 miles per hour and seeing it
Crazy.
is mind blowing. Like, he could have competed in NASCAR, how fast he was going.
Right.
Like, it was legit. There was a car, and unfortunately, I think that was her RAV4 that was right before his. It was going at a sensible,
doing the speed limit, nice 25, 35 range,
a sensible speed, and then it could have been no more than 3 seconds after that. It's like, damn, did I miss it?
Yeah.
All I saw was a black blur.
Yeah.
156 miles per hour, and this young woman in her car was standing still. Still, like not moving, 0 miles per hour. Hit it so hard that it burst into flames immediately. There were people around that said they heard her screams. Blew up immediately, combust, like blew up, and all they heard was her screams. Couldn't do nothing for it because, unfortunately, like I'm sure that's something that could keep you up at night.
Yeah.
They said he came down to about 120. I guess he tried to hit the brake, but I mean, he's impaired, he's intoxicated, he's under the influence. There weren't many good decisions made on this particular tragic night. On his part, girlfriend, collectively, just couldn't get it right. And I will lean on the good from what Derek Carr was saying. We do have to come, not we, but he does need support right now because he should be on watch.
Yeah.
I don't know which one of you guys were saying, but I'm not sure what demons he was dealing with, but I'm sure things got worse. I can only imagine things getting much worse. I don't know if he had any like alcohol problem previously or what have you, but to be that intoxicated and get behind the wheel and go at that absurd speed. Just like John Gruden, strike 1, drinking, strike 2, getting in the car, strike 3, going 156 miles and killing somebody. 1, 2, 3, like your career is over, your life has shifted drastically. It's really unfortunate because I hate to see a young brother go down like that. He ain't number 22. The girl he killed, Miss Tina, was 23. A lot of youth gone. Just you single-handedly destroyed 3 lives. Another 1, 2, 3 strike. His own life, his girlfriend's life, who survived, but I think her arm is really jacked up. No, oh gosh, no. She's not gonna be the same either. And her family, and of course, the loss, the family that lost a loved one. And he has to go to court. Well, I think he already did, and has to face, that family and face the charges because, you did that. I understand. We all make mistakes, things of that nature, but yours caused a lot of destruction. A lot of destruction. You know what I'm saying? And it's going to take pretty much a lifetime for, to try to make amends and do better and, things like that. He was at Top Golf around midnight working on his swing. Apparently, he likes Top Golf, and he actually texts Derek Carr around midnight saying like, yo, how do I look? You know what I'm saying? And then, unfortunately, a couple hours later, we get the news.
Top Golf drinks get you like that?
I don't think that was the only place he went, but that was.
But Top Golf can be.
I heard.
There's one coming in, by the way.
Yes.
Oh boy.
Yes. Oh yeah. Yeah. They know what it is. Like, it's just so unfortunate. Yeah, it's just very, very, very unfortunate. Prayers to everybody. Prayers for those that lost. Condolences, and prayers for girlfriend. And prayers for Henry Ruggs and his family, because this is going to be an uphill battle. I think I saw an article saying about Devontae Smith. Like that's his boy.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? They in the wide receiver group at Alabama. Like, that's a family too.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, it's a lot going on, but he's going to have a lot to deal with moving forward. I wish that brother the best, but yeah, it's going to be a lot. I never seen anybody. The last person I seen get cut that fast was Aaron Hernandez, where I seen that. Where I literally just found out something, and then they got cut like immediately.
Yeah.
These two.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, for the Las Vegas Raiders, there's more. Recently, and by recently I mean maybe a day or two ago, their cornerback, former cornerback now, Damon Arnett.
Mm-hmm.
There's a video, so I'm not going to show that video. But you can look it up. He had a video. I don't understand what these people shooting themselves like I mean, video wise, not like gun, but shooting themselves doing goofiness. I don't understand it, but
Social media age, man. Unfortunately.
and unfortunately, it was something of a DM. Somebody got in his DM, probably talking trash or whatever, and said, "Oh, I'm gonna pull up at the house or whatever." And he's like, "Oh yeah, you could pull up guns and stuff in the video. Him walking around the house, talking trash, da da da." And I'm like,
Don't do it.
Bad timing, son.
why?
Don't do it.
Why?
Don't
Do you
do
not
it.
know who you like? You have a name.
Don't do it.
Like, you're not famous, but you're well known. You play for one of the only 32 pro football teams. You were a first round pick. You're pretty damn well known.
Was he Ohio State, right? Where'd he go? Did he go to Ohio State? I was. Oh, okay.
Damn.
I just
Jack
realized.
me up.
He died the eye more ways than one.
Anyway. Okay, bring that up.
I just had.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. I was making sure I was right.
Yes.
Okay.
Had guns off, playing around in the video, cursing, just looking like he might have been intoxicated. Who knows? But
Oh God, that'd be even worse.
but
Or might have smoked something.
oh yeah,
In Nevada, they are 420 friendly. It is legal, so he's good. He's good.
He might have
Shout out
been
to my
lit,
good friends at Planet 13.
but
Send free
there
stuff.
are effects, and you need to know these effects, and you shouldn't film yourself with these effects happen.
Don't be dumb.
He looked very, very goofy. Y'all watch the video in your own time, but
And it don't help he wasn't playing that well either. Just saying. Just
and
saying.
it's funny that both of these players weren't playing particularly
Turning
well,
into bust.
and they off the field they're doing this wild stuff.
Mike Mayock, what you doing, man?
Mike
might be
Mayock
doing
is pulling his hair out.
Yeah.
He has to be pulling.
He has to be
hair
pulling
out.
And that
Right.
AJ's boy.
Oh yeah. AJ.
So needless to say, he got cut immediately as well. For his obviously conduct detrimental to everybody, especially himself, because who knows what that guy, maybe it was just a guy who was just talking big because it's over the internet. What if it wasn't? What if he really did? Like, and Arnett would have had to do something premeditated. You know what I'm saying? Like, you out here, and that's documented. Like,
yep.
I don't know if he was on live or Instagram live, or he was on one of the lives, because I could see, you know, I don't know if he was on Snapchat or whatever the hell the kids are using these days. It looks bad. As an organization, it looks terrible. And we had high hopes. Las Vegas finally are starting to get more teams. You know, got WNBA team, the hockey team, men's basketball and NBA should be coming pretty soon. Football team just got there, and
baseball team maybe Oakland Athletics could be moving,
possibly.
Yeah.
And this is what's happening. There needs to be a culture change. Because it's hard to win with this going around. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's bigger than X's and O's right now. Trust me, I know. I've been a Washington fan my whole life. It's hard to win when it's things like that. Things like that are going around. And no matter how much you cut out the cancers or the seeable cancers, the culture needs to change. It needs the entire overhaul. It needs to do a complete 180. And there won't be nothing Derek Carr can do about it, unfortunately. Goofies. Even though that's very, very serious offenses by all these brothers, they are all very goofy, because none of these. Well, John Bruins was in the making a long time ago, but Henry Ruggs and that, yo.
As you were saying, get it together.
Guys, y'all have to do better. Y'all both threw away your careers just now. Gone. Young black men, how are y'all going to eat now? Like, nobody thinks about this stuff. Henry Ruggs is probably going to do some form of rehab and probably jail time. 9 times out of 10, jail time. Damon Arnett just lost his job, and for what? What do you have to speak for? At least John Brook will be all right.
He's still getting paid.
He's going to be all right. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's been making millions for quite some time.
He got fired on the day off.
Good for him.
I mean, it's just goofies all over the place. And here, what he got dropped on Monday?
I think the Monday night game was so bad he didn't want to watch it.
But I just don't want to turn this into a PSA. But man, guys, y'all cannot get jacked up like that and get behind the wheel of a car, man. Especially one that goes at extremely high speeds.
Right.
Because obviously his foot was heavy that night. Really, really, really high. I'm sure he was probably going to slow motion. There's probably no way you could tell. That was probably slow. Yeah. And even in the reports afterwards, he was going back and forth with the cops. You know, there's reports and a transcript of what was said, and it wasn't.
Oh, that's not funny.
Yeah, but the radio organization needs a overhaul. I'm not sure what. But Mayock might be out the door next.
He gone.
And like I said, Derek Carr, he can't do nothing about this. He can do his best, but he can't do much about this. This team is in turmoil right now, and I think the playoff hunt, all that right now, y'all got more bigger problems right now. Y'all still trying to play football. It's hard to win with that around you, and it has nothing to do with, like I said, nothing to do with X and O. It's a bad stigma. And even in Oakland, they're the rough, rowdy boys. You know, they get nasty.
Right.
But it was on the field. So they kept it on the field. These were tough guys. These were tough guys on the field, not goofies off the field.
Location as well.
Hey man, that doesn't help either. Vegas is, you can't just, everybody can't go to Vegas, man.
And then a lot of those guys are young.
And clearly, Showing.
So, I don't think they're not going to leave, but, I'm sure they're making an absurd amount of money.
And that state, all that money into that stadium, they ain't leaving.
Yeah, no, they're not leaving, but I'm just saying, like, it needs some new faces in it, it needs some new blood to get them things turned around. And, we're not standing for that goofiness off the field. We understand we're in Vegas. We are in the party capital. Ain't no sleeping. Ain't too much sleeping going on in Vegas.
Yeah.
But you have to use better judgment. Like I said, I think the offense, I think the NFL offers, I'm sure it's the NFL. I'm sure they offer things so to prevent these things like this from happening.
Yeah.
Because there's no turning back from things like this. You can have a tow company or Uber or however get you home. You shouldn't be driving at all, but
Really?
that's neither here nor there, especially going out partying, drinking or not. You really shouldn't be going out partying. Stay out of harm's way. But yeah, Vegas Raiders, from John Gruden to Henry Ruggs, Damon Arnett, all very, 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 all very, very stupid. Young. This is that young and dumb stuff that everybody talk about. This right here, and unfortunately, Henry Ruggs probably it hurts the most. But nonetheless, all very, very goofy. And I'm not sure what needs to happen, but something for damn sure needs to happen. Maybe some heads need to go, get some new blood in there, try to get some things going. But yeah, they're all very, very, very goofy. There's a thin line between great, and the entire organization is on that end of it. It's on that side of it. Gotta do better, guys. Gotta do better.
Goofies of the week with Crevonte. Thank you, brother. Well, as we close episode 317, Dre, what can they expect in episode 318 next week?
We're going to give some love to the NBA. There's a lot of stuff going on in the NBA right now with the vaccine. A couple of, executives with the Trailblazers, Suns, they need to come to the congregation.
In front of the congregation.
Confess to the Father?
They need some confessing. I mean,
Who's this?
We got a lot of goofiness going on.
Yes,
Absolutely. In the NBA.
And what can they find you every morning?
You can find me Monday through Friday on Good Morning Baltimore. And of course, I do my Flex Zone report. So bringing the Flex Zone to WEAA. They already know what it is.
Raj, tell people how to keep up with us on social media.
Check us out on YouTube, the Flex Zone Podcast. I was right at the bottom of the ticker. When it goes by, make sure you subscribe, make sure you like, make sure you
comment.
Comment, definitely comment.
Yes.
And hit that like button, definitely. Plus, if you need to donate, the Flex Zone one is down there. So if you want to put some coins in that nice cash app,
We appreciate it.
We appreciate
Pass
it.
the plate.
We do something with it and have fun. But yes, please follow us on all the platforms: YouTube, Facebook, Instagram,
And what D?
Apple,
The Twitter.
the Twitter, as D calls it. And please follow us. We're trying to get big and move up to nicer things.
Give it up for Knowledge one more
For you,
time.
people.
Making it sound beautiful. Sounds so clear. Executive producer Andre Melton, senior producer Crevonte here, Captain of the Goofy Ship. Of course, Raj D on social media. I'm your host, Byron Dixon, God's favorite host with the moist. And until next week, episode 318, look for us on Wednesdays on all your streaming platforms. Subscribe to the YouTube page. More content coming this week. And until next time, thank you everybody for watching on Facebook. D, you can blow that whistle. We gone.
Peace.
We are out of here.
Gonzaga. College basketball starting up there. You got to get it done.
Number one, baby.
And screw Duke.